Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Welcome to our countdown of the top 7 best horror movies currently streaming on Amazon Prime Video this December 2024. If you're a fan of spine-chilling scares, unsettling atmospheres, and gripping stories, you're in the right place. From psychological thrillers to blood-curdling horrors, we've handpicked the best of the best to keep you on the edge of your seat this holiday season. So grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and let's dive into the most terrifying gems Prime Video has to offer. Number 7. The Golden Glove. The Golden Glove is an unflinchingly grim and deeply unsettling film directed by Fatih Akin that chronicles the life of notorious serial killer Fritz Honka. The movie, set in Hamburg's seedy red light district during the 1970s, immerses viewers in a grotesque and nightmarish atmosphere that perfectly reflects the depravity of its central character. Jonas Dassler delivers an extraordinary performance, transformed through detailed prosthetics and makeup into the disfigured Honka, a lonely and tormented man whose alcoholism and violent impulses spiral into horrific murders. Critics have praised Dassler's portrayal for bringing both monstrosity and tragedy to the role, creating a character that evokes disgust but also fleeting pity for his twisted humanity. The film's production design stands out, capturing Honka's decaying attic apartment with meticulous detail. The claustrophobic and filthy setting becomes a character of its own, adding to the audience's unease. Fatih Akin's direction elevates the horror with creative camera work and staging, delivering a visceral experience that horrifies without relying on excessive gore. Instead, much of the violence is implied, leaving the psychological damage of the scenes to linger longer in viewers' minds. While some reviews criticize the film's unrelenting bleakness and slow pace, others appreciate its refusal to shy away from the ugliness of real-life evil. It's a film that doesn't provide easy answers or redemption, but instead confronts the audience with the grim realities of Honka's life and crimes, leaving an indelible impression long after the credits roll. Ultimately, The Golden Glove is a technically masterful and daring film that challenges its viewers, showcasing Fatih Akin's skillful storytelling and Jonas Dassler's transformative performance, even as it immerses us in a harrowing descent into depravity. Number 6. Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, 2020, directed by Shawn Linden, is a masterclass in atmospheric horror, blending elements of survival thriller with shocking violence and psychological dread. The film follows the Mersault family, Joe, Anne, and their daughter Renee, living off the grid as trappers in an unforgiving wilderness. When a rogue wolf threatens their livelihood, Joe sets out to hunt it, leaving Anne to face growing tension and escalating horrors. The film thrives on its slow burn pacing, which builds an unsettling dread rooted in isolation and vulnerability. Camille Sullivan delivers a raw, standout performance as Anne, transforming from a determined mother into a force of nature when the story takes its gut-wrenching turn. Director Shawn Linden carefully structures the narrative, offering subtle clues that culminate in an ending that is both shocking and brutal, leaving viewers speechless. For those who appreciate slow-burn horror with devastating payoffs, Hunter x Hunter is a haunting and visceral experience that lingers long after the credits roll. It's a must-watch for fans of atmospheric thrillers and raw, uncompromising storytelling. Number 5. The House That Jack Built. The House That Jack Built, directed by Lars von Trier, is a polarizing and unrelenting exploration of violence, art, and the human psyche. At its center, Matt Dillon delivers a chilling performance as Jack, a methodical and obsessive serial killer who perceives his horrific murders as a form of artistry. Told through a series of vignettes, the film documents Jack's evolution over 12 years, while his conversations with a mysterious character, Verge, Bruno Ganz, add a philosophical dimension to his increasingly grotesque actions. Visually and tonally, The House That Jack Built oscillates between dark comedy and outright horror. Some of Jack's kills are presented with a satirical, almost absurdist flair, creating an uncomfortable juxtaposition between humor and savagery. The film does not shy away from extreme violence, showcasing brutal acts with unflinching realism that many viewers will find shocking. Yet, for those who can endure its harsh imagery, the film offers a thought-provoking commentary on the nature of art, creation, and destruction. Von Trier employs Jack's character as an allegorical stand-in for himself, blurring the lines between the film's narrative and the director's own controversial public persona. This self-referential element adds another layer to the film, as it grapples with themes of ego, obsession, and society's tolerance for transgression in the pursuit of greatness. In sum, The House That Jack Built is a uniquely disturbing, yet compelling film, bolstered by Matt Dillon's career-best performance and Von Trier's uncompromising vision. It is not for the faint of heart, but for viewers who appreciate challenging cinema that examines the darkest recesses of the human condition. This is a brutal and unforgettable experience. Number 4. The Sadness. The Sadness, 2021, directed by Rob Jabaz, is a ferocious, unrelenting, and shocking addition to the zombie horror genre. Hailed as one of the most extreme and brutal films in recent memory, it pushes the boundaries of gore and depravity while delivering a biting commentary on human nature during a crisis. Set in modern-day Taiwan, the plot revolves around the outbreak of the Alvin virus, which transforms infected individuals into sadistic, violent beings who act on their most grotesque and depraved impulses. At its core, the story follows a young couple, Jim and Kat, as they desperately try to reunite amid an increasingly nightmarish city. The performances, particularly from Berat Zhu and Regina Lai, anchor the film emotionally, providing a human element amidst the carnage. The cinematography and practical effects are stunningly executed, delivering gore with a visceral, almost artistic quality that evokes a gut-wrenching response. While The Sadness is not for the faint of heart, it has been praised for its originality and boldness within the genre. It's a must-watch for fans of extreme horror, offering a harrowing yet thrilling experience that lingers long after the credits roll. Currently streaming on Shudder, the film stands as a modern testament to unfiltered, provocative horror filmmaking. Number 3. Planet Terror. Planet Terror, directed by Robert Rodriguez, is a wildly entertaining throwback to grindhouse cinema, delivering equal parts action, horror, and campy fun. The story revolves around a bioweapon outbreak that turns people into grotesque, flesh-eating zombies, with a band of quirky survivors, including the unforgettable Cherry Darling, Rose McGowan, a go-go dancer turned machine-gun-legged heroine, fighting for their lives. Rodriguez fully embraces the chaotic, over-the-top energy of exploitation films, layering the movie with scratched film visuals, outrageous gore, and dark humor. Highlights include frenetic action sequences, memorable one-liners, and Cherry's gravity-defying combat moves. Rose McGowan steals the show with her badass portrayal of Cherry, while Freddy Rodriguez impresses as a surprisingly nimble action hero. Supporting characters like Josh Brolin's deranged doctor and Naveen Andrews' testicle-collecting rogue add eccentric flair to the ensemble. Ultimately, Planet Terror is best enjoyed as a tongue-in-cheek late-night romp, designed for audiences who appreciate a mix of squawk, splatter, and stylish mayhem. It's a loving homage to cheap thrills and unapologetically gory entertainment that doesn't skimp on laughs or bloodshed. For those in search of mindless, adrenaline-fueled horror, this film hits all the right notes. Watch it with beer in hand and expectations checked at the door. A perfect recipe for maximum enjoyment. Number 2. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. The Killing of a Sacred Deer is a chilling, masterfully crafted psychological thriller from director Yorgos Lanthimos, offering a blend of unsettling horror and moral reckoning. The film centers on Stephen Murphy, Colin Farrell, a successful surgeon whose idyllic life unravels when a strange teenage boy, Martin, Barry Keoghan, enters his orbit. As the narrative unfolds, Martin's ominous intentions manifest in a surreal punishment that forces Stephen into an unthinkable moral dilemma. Lanthimos, known for his offbeat storytelling in The Lobster, delivers an eerily precise tone that strips away traditional horror tropes. Instead of jump scares, The movie builds a sustained atmosphere of dread through its cold, sterile visuals and unnervingly monotone dialogue. Barry Keoghan's portrayal of Martin stands out as terrifyingly captivating. His calm demeanor and eerie control over Stephen's family lend the character a sinister, almost otherworldly quality. Colin Farrell and Nicole Kidman, as Stephen's wife, ground the film with understated but powerful performances that amplify the emotional weight of their predicament. This is not a film for the faint of heart, but for those who appreciate meticulously crafted discomfort and a thought-provoking narrative. It is unforgettable. It's a standout work that challenges conventions of the psychological thriller genre, cementing Lanthimos' reputation as a daring and visionary filmmaker. Number 1. Eden Lake. Eden Lake is a British psychological horror film that unfolds the tragic and horrifying journey of Jenny, Kelly Reilly, and Steve, Michael Fassbender, a couple who venture into the isolated countryside for a peaceful weekend. Their idyllic retreat turns nightmarish when they encounter a group of violent teenagers led by Brett, Jack O'Connell. The tension escalates as Steve confronts the youths, leading to a brutal series of events. The film is notable for its unrelenting intensity and realistic portrayal of horror, where the violence is not only shocking but emotionally disturbing. Director James Watkins effectively uses silence and minimalism in the film's sound design, creating an atmosphere of palpable dread. The violence, while graphic, is integral to the narrative, making it feel less exploitative and more uncomfortable. Kelly Reilly's performance is one of the film's standout elements, as she portrays Jenny's descent into terror with a raw vulnerability. The narrative doesn't offer easy solutions, and the third act's resolution might feel contrived to some, but the overall grim portrayal of the breakdown of civility and societal norms makes Eden Lake a standout in the survival horror genre. With its stark commentary on class divisions and violence, Eden Lake holds a mirror to contemporary fears about youth alienation and societal decay. While some critics have cited issues with the portrayal of the working-class characters, the film's relentless pacing and strong performances ensure its place as a harrowing horror experience. This is it. Share your impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.